Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. So let's get started. Woke up a little late. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't looked at the market much this morning, but I did scan through the Discord comments and it seems, or the chat, it seems like there's not much action this morning. I did wake up at 4, not intentionally. I woke up at like 3:55 and played this little alto pump, but played it very small. But that's literally the only thing I've taken today and barely made anything on it. But I just have it on the screen because I'm just waiting for alerts. Nothing really looks that interesting to me right now. It looks like we're setting up for another slow morning. So we'll get a PR here in about a minute, or PRs here in about 1 minute. Let me know if y'all see anything, because as of now, I'm not seeing anything. This is lame. Not another, we might not have another 7 a.m. play today. Good morning. Good morning, Don Black. I wish it would pick up like it used to be 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. Again, it goes through these cycles, so it'll be hot again before too long, but this is excessively slow. But we'll find something to trade. STGW, what is this? I'm seeing it start to move. Hardly any shares have been traded on it, though. That's the problem. It's a big company, too. So I'm going to avoid it. Brutal, but what can you do? Whatever happened to MCT? Why can't I find it? This isn't it. Is it MCT? What was that one that we traded yesterday? No, MTC. MCT is medium chain triglycerides. MTC. There we go. So it ended up fading a little bit. What did it have? Right at 7? Yeah, it kind of fell off. Yeah, I ended up, this is my biggest winner yesterday, but I took a little bit more risk than I should have from this one, but I posted about it in my shorts recaps. But I was just curious to know what ended up happening to it. Ghost Wins post pump and dump, my MTC. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's the story with it, but I know it was supposed to get delisted yesterday and it didn't. So I think that caused it to make a little move. It'll probably go right back to 25 cents soon, though. But the reason it didn't get delisted is because they appealed, which is a common practice. So I think they're good for like 30 days. But again, I'm not trying to be an expert in that stuff. Good morning, Fran. Colin and J Money. Yeah, I agree with both y'all. It's frustrating. See, dang. Every time I see something moving, it's like bigger market cap play. Oh, good. So this is, again, like I said, this is not normal, guys. Like this is, I've seen slow markets, but this is very slow. So we just gonna have to practice patience. So I'll be here. But don't be surprised if I'm not saying much. Yeah, SCGW is $1 billion market cap from what I saw earlier. So not really, don't really care too much what the news is because these tend to grind. Yeah, 1.24 billion market cap. So I don't like these plays because they usually just grind up. They don't fall. as questionably, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times they just keep making like stronger moves up or grind sideways. And even when they give it back, they don't give it all back. They might just give back a little bit. So, and if it's $1 billion company, it's probably a decent company too. So, oh, and it's Palantir collaboration. So, yeah, no, I'm not really interested in this play. So yeah, I try to only short up to 200 million, ideally less than 100 million. And again, this might give some back, but seems like it's, without digging in too much, decent news and a big market cap, they just don't give back. My advantage is in these trash companies that pump and give it all back. And I get there's not much to trade right now, but I don't want to get in the use of shorting like $1 billion market cap companies. That's just not where my edge is. I've tried it. I didn't make those rules for no reason. They don't give it all back, or they trade sideways after the news, and it takes, if they ever go back to where they were, it takes weeks, not like days, like with some of the, a lot of these ones we trade sometimes within 5 minutes they're back to where they started. But if not, then, in a day or two, they're definitely back to where they started. So a little different story with these. See, we're just like slowly grinding up. So it's easy to get trapped in something like this. I think it's a better long than anything, honestly. The news looked decent. Morning. Yeah, CGW is pushing a little bit. But again, not interested in it. kind of doing what I was expecting it to do, just kind of rip up. Dang, that was a nice rejection at 50 cents. It's already down to 36 cents. Playing MTC today. If it comes back to 3, I will. But I'm not gonna get in before then. That's where I made the most money yesterday on these halts. And the only reason I got back in it, because I got down a little, because I was scaling into this, so I was down a decent bit right here. Made some money here on the flush, but then when it halted up here and it showed it was going to open up at 180, I couldn't resist because that was a strong level from earlier that day, and then it popped to 180 previously. See, was that September? That was the last pop. So caught the flush down here, made a little over $1,000 on that one, or about $1,000, I think, maybe a little under. So same concept. If this one gets back up to $3, it seems like it's a level that is respected, but I don't think it does. But it's a sketchy ticker. And nobody really understands what's going on with these plays, so they just pump. But I would prefer not to play that one. I'd prefer there'd be other opportunities, but if it gets up to 3, I'll consider it. I don't think we get a pop today. I'm thinking below 1. Yeah, I wouldn't. That wouldn't surprise me either. Yeah, not at all. I guess TGW. What did I say, guys, about this one? One day I'll figure out how to go long, and I'll try to take advantage of these. If you're looking at the daily, y'all know what I'm thinking, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Uh-oh. And it's struggling at this level too. Let's go. Yeah, no, I think it was a pretty good long play. I think I'm going to take, if it gets back this. Okay, I'm in it. 748. I got to fill. So if it breaks a new high, I'm just going to cut. I've seen it struggle on this at this level enough that I'm going to take a stab at it. And what I mean by struggles, it's acknowledging. So a lot of times you'll see like there's levels and then they'll just blow by it and don't even acknowledge it. Like this busted through it, came back down, dancing around this level. So the traders, people that are trading, it's acknowledged this level. Does that mean it's going to fail here? No, it does not. See, it's about to break a new high. I'm still in it because it didn't break a new high technically. So now I'm going to stop out. So lost about $80 on that. Nothing too crazy. So again, they just don't respect levels. I did like that it acknowledged it, going back to what I was saying, but I might trade this 817 level, but I'm playing it very small, guys, because this is me just being bored, honestly. So I'm playing like 1/8 of size that I normally trade with. So I might try 820, and then if it breaks through that, I'm just going to leave it alone. Actually, I lost less than 60 on that. So yeah, to give you perspective, I traded it really small, really small. So if it gets up to 817, I might see if it respects that level. But between good news and big market cap, like I was saying, I don't really think it's going to fade. Yeah, float's massive. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. I was just going to see if it respected that level. Did you meet any long traders at the conference you went to? Most of the traders were future traders, and then the rest were traded somewhat similar to how we trade, since it was the Friendly Bear conference. So not really. And I like your point, Alex, the other night when we were talking about the video, about how if you go on Kimfo, if you look at like the top traders, most of them do similar what we do. So I know there's a lot of shade thrown at shorts, but like if you look at like the top 10 traders on Kimfo, like 8 of them are short sellers, or is maybe not 8, 7 probably. Short selling is a big part of what they do. Thought that was interesting perspective. Where do you read the news? I'm sorry, I'm going down the list now. Yeah, that's a good point, J Money. The big market caps, they usually do, they respect levels better for sure, and trend lines and things like that. Yeah, I like 8 a little better too. Stock Titan is what I use. They have a free version with a 15-second delay, and then there's a paid version. I think it's just the quickest news I found when I was searching in the past. Yeah, I saw BIYA have a little pop, but I'm just not super interested in it either, but it could flush for sure. Making a new high. Should have just took a long position. I mean, I straight up said what was going to happen, and it did it. Just got to learn how to take. But I'm not taking today's not the day with a slow. If the market heats up again, I might throw some long plays here and there. But like within the market condition we're currently in, I'm not going to be taking any longs. I mean, I don't know what I would have to see for me to take a long right now. So it took me a little position. I had one sitting here at 8.15, so it just got filled. Again, similar concept. If it breaks a new high now, I'm probably just going to get out. Ooh, let's see. So let's see what it does here. Added a little more at 8.20, 8.25. So this is kind of the level I'm going to be paying attention to now. 8.35. Does it stay above this little pop right here? If it does, I'm just going to get out. And call it and leave it alone. Again, I like to see that it's acknowledging this level, but that doesn't mean it's going to fail. If it gets above 8.35, I'm just going to probably bail, because like I said, the news is pretty good on it, I think. And again, I don't know the details of the collaboration, nor do I really care to look. But because I'm just playing this one light. Let me know if it's if there's any issues with the streaming. I'm getting an error message. I need to close some things. It buffered for a second. Okay. It won't. That's crazy. It's not flushing. Well, I guess it's not that crazy. It's what I was expecting, but again, playing it light. Now we're in the set, so I'm up about 200 bucks on it. So I'm gonna trim half here. I was in 500 shares, so, or I was actually in 600 shares. So I'll trim 300. So I'm still holding 300. See if we flush a little bit closer to VWAP. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that second ad. That makes sense. My initial position was only 400 shares, but then I added 200 at 8.25. That's right. I confuse myself sometimes. You know it's slow. I'm shorting a dang $1 billion company with good news. What in the world? I'm not adding. Y'all know I'm typically like after I catch a flush, if it goes back to the same level, I'll add to my position, but I'm not going to do that with this one. It's not the right play to do it. I might get out here in that. Trimmed 100 more at 806. I'm only in 200 shares now. Y'all know I get impatient sometimes. I'm very impatient with this one because it doesn't really fit my playbook. Trimmed another 100 here, so I'm only in 100 shares. And I trimmed the last 100 right here in 790. So maybe close to a couple hundred on it. I don't know. Lost 60, then made probably 180. So nothing crazy on this one. Maybe it probably looks like I'm net positive about 120. Probably be my biggest winner today because it's so slow. Now here it flushes. Here it goes. I jumped out too early. Because I'm a little paranoid with this one, though, because I know deep down I should be shorting it. But maybe we'll get some more plays. That was somewhat entertaining. Oh yeah, I didn't make hardly anything on that one. I just pulled it up on the back end, made 160, and then I lost 65 the first time, so made 95 bucks on it. With how the market's going lately, guess I'll take it. But I don't plan on playing this one anymore. It might fail here, it might flush, whatever, but I'm good. And that's why it's making its next leg up. And it's pushing. So yeah, I'm gonna quit looking at it. Sadly, there's just nothing else to look at. Yeah, I know. I think STGW is a much better. Well, I was saying down here it was a better long, or I'm avoiding it or whatever. Yeah, it's got good news, decent size market cap, where it's like it's big, but it still can push. But yeah, I'm not gonna mess with this one. Maybe if it was in a hot market, I would consider taking a long if it like, you know, where it came back at VWAP to make its next move up. But with how slow the market is, I'm not taking any longs. I rarely do anyways, but this market we're in. But long story short, yeah, I think it's a better long. But happy you made some money, Tinder K6151. Yeah, just trading. It is crazy to see the market this calm. I was kind of surprised at the delayed reaction with it, because as soon as I saw the news for this one, I was like, surprised this one is not pushing. Some still pulled it up again. Because there's literally nothing to look at. But again, I'm not going to talk just to talk. So if you have questions, let me know. Not, I'm going to chill in the background, look at memes or something. J Money, I know I've thought about that. I wonder if he would still tell me it's not slow, though. I have a feeling he would. Because it was slow that day. I mean, I know somebody jumped in and defended him and said, like, it's not that slow. It's like, no, this it's been slow for a minute now, guys. If you don't see this is slow, you have not been a part of a hot market. Flat top. What is that, Bernie? What does flat top mean? For sure. You're right. You're right, J Money. He's honestly the first person I blocked. For me to be a short seller, I thought I would have a lot more trolls, to be honest, because everybody hates us. Because the Rosses and everyone else does a good job of like brainwashing that we're evil and it's the most dangerous thing you can do in the world. But things like that make me more interested. That's just my personality. If you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna at least look into it. Yeah, I get that a lot about it'd be nice if I could show my positions. I trade mobile and TradeZero. I mean, it's a legit question for sure. TradeZero, so I'm logged in on mobile, but the problem is I can't, if I'm logged into mobile, because that's how I trade on my phone, I can't log into any desktop apps. I can't log into TradingView. So, like, I'm trading on my phone. I don't know how to, I wish there was a solution. I've thought about it, but I can't be logged into both at the same time. TradeZero, unless you're logged in, allows you to be logged in at one time. And I guess the solution would be I could trade on my desktop, but let me see if it's still that way. This is the worst day to do it because I haven't made any money. So y'all gonna be like, why is this? Let me see if I'll see if it's still that way. I think it is because when I do these daily recaps, when I sign into one, it kicks me out of the other. But I'll try. See if it's changed. But no, I agree. It would be more ideal that way, but it looks like it's probably not going to happen. What happened there? Let me know if y'all see anything with all these plays we have. Well, it's not even letting me log in right now. I'm a little confused. But I know what's going to happen. It's not going to let me anyways, but I'm a little confused why it's just not even letting me log in, period, right now. Did I hit TradeZero? But yeah, I wish I could show my position. I wouldn't have to speak to it as much. There you go, log me in this time. So see guys, like a very slow day. I'm only up $135. You can see my plays here. So this would be cool if y'all could see like the arrows and where I enter. But unfortunately, that's not a reality because now it just signed me off my mobile and I'm not a desktop trader. So don't know what the solution is, to be honest. But it was worth a shot, but I'm about to sign myself off because, again, I'm not trying to change my system right now, so. Need to take some money out because I'm back over 40K, like 41K. And I keep a small account. Let's see. But yeah, it would be nice. No, I didn't see the earnings call. Alex. Have you ever taken positions through TradingView? Yeah, I have, but the problem is you can't get locates with TradingView, so you still got to log into the TradeZero platform. So I think mobile's clunky, but that feels even more clunky. But yeah, no, I've made all my money trading mobile on my phone. Got Bear Center open on another monitor, is pretty smooth. Yeah, same, J Money. Y'all know I'm a big fan of TradeZero, but I don't like that feature where you can't be logged in. Even for my like nightly recaps that I've started doing again of the trades I take, like I'll log into the app to see, because another thing about mobile, it doesn't show like your P&L for each play. So I got to log into the computer to see how I did on the desktop, take a picture of my phone, then log into my TradingView on my mobile. Then it logs me out of that. Then pull them up that way, screenshot them. So it's a little clunky. But maybe one day I'll start trading desktop. I do want to, but again, I don't like changing things that aren't broken. Because change is not always positive. But yeah, I try to talk through the plays I'm in, but I totally get it. Totally get the concern. Yeah, J-Money, it's not a bad idea because I want to get to a point where I am trading desktop again, or desktop period, not again, and then just use mobile when I'm traveling. But that'll be another day when life slows down, where I feel like learning the desktop. And if I'm waiting for life to slow down, I'll be waiting for a long time. Oh, just trading. You ended up losing 200. I was wondering, because I know you got in pretty early with me. We both got in a little early on MTC. Most of y'all probably saw the... Again, guys, there's just no plays right now, so I'm just talking. But let me see if I can pull it up. Bro, it's not letting me pull up Discord. All kind of issues today. Well, never mind. Well, if Discord ever pops up, I was going to kind of talk through that play, but yeah, no, it NTC was a little sketchy yesterday. Just trading. I hate you lost money on it, but at least 200's not the end of the world. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's hard to pump a stock with a float that high. Well, 8 o'clock is when the majority of PRs come out, so 7 minutes away. And crazy. So we have, let's see, we have, this is how it always is. We got a good turnout today too, and today like 90 watching today. There's nothing to trade. Brutal. But again, guys, like I'm gonna, not bragging, but y'all, the OGs, I see Alex is on here. I see Alexander's on here. Y'all know y'all have heard me say it. Try to be transparent with y'all. I trade better in these slower markets. I'm on a 30-day win streak now. There's less plays, but I don't have to worry about them like running hard against me. The hot markets are the ones I usually struggle with because I'm such a front side trader. I get in early sometimes. Because if there's a level, I'm going to try it. That's just my trading style. And historically, I didn't do the best job of getting out when that level broke. So when it does heat up again, it's just something I'm going to have to revisit. But yeah, yesterday was 30 days in a row. the last 5 days of September, all of October, and then the first few days of November. So I trade better in these slow markets, but this is excessive. Like, there's not even plays, it's so slow. Besides STGW, and again, guys, I only have it pulled up because it's the only thing moving. I'm not interested in it and going long, going short. Probably going long more than short. I think it could pop here, but at VWAP, but I'm not taking a trade on it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, appreciate y'all hopping on, but like I said, it's a kind of a brutal day. Only thing I've shorted is a $1 billion good news ticker. What in the world? That's wild. Oh. But yeah, Jay Money, I might do that, what you were saying, like a desktop challenge one day or 1 week. And I think I told you I was trying out Sage Trader too. It's another broker. I'm still leaning towards TradeZero. But when I went to the conference, I talked to them and enough that they I tried it, and I might try desktop with that one a little more too. But I still like TradeZero a little better. But I think it's because I'm biased. I'm aware of that. I've been trading with them for 3 years. For over 3 years at this point, I think. Why is my Discord not pulling up? It's weird. Eight o'clock, 2 minutes away. We better get a pop or I'm gonna lose my mind. That maybe not lose my mind, but it's like a double-edged sword though, because if something does pop at 8, it's probably gonna get all the attention. So I'll have to size appropriately because there's just like nothing besides STGW, but that doesn't fit a lot of long and short criteria, I don't think. Yeah, I would be surprised if STW bounces a little here, but who knows? STGW. Should start sleeping in, guys. I made most of my money intraday yesterday, so that's going to be the story again today. One minute till 8 o'clock PRs come out. Let's see what we got. Go and get my stock Titan pulled up. So I can see the news as it's coming in. Yeah, a bunch of PRs are coming in. I think I saw phase 3. Clinical is flying by me, so I can't really. AMVS. That seems like a pretty good news. AMVS. So I'm probably going to avoid this one if it does pump. It's not even moving. Phase 3 news. We're in a slow market, guys. YMAT. Oh no, that's one of those fake out ones, I think. Yeah. Let me know if y'all see anything. If we don't get a pop at 8, this will by far go down as the slowest. Again, I say this every time, but like it keeps beating the previous day. Like, how much slower can it get? Oh my, oh no. TradeZero faking me out. Thing like it popped up, but it didn't. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. This is pretty intense, to be honest. BIYA, maybe interested if I want to force a trade. It's back above 50 cents. Good chance it flushes back to 46, but I just, there's not enough meat on the bones for me. T-Mac, we were on the, see you mentioned that. Yeah, that's probably the best play right now. ASTI, oh, it is pushing. Okay, we might have a play here. So what's the story with this one? Grab and locates. Then I'm gonna look up the news. I'm gonna get a little position first. I got, these things have just been flushing so fast. So I got me a little position in the 250s. And I'm gonna look at the news. Again, in hot markets, you can't do that. Jump in first. But these things have been flushing so quick. I wanted to get in. So my average is 251. I'm only up about 100. Oh, about, ooh, okay, I'm banking now. So I trimmed half in the 220s. Ascent Solar Technologies and Cislunar Industry enters team agreement to bring power solutions that lengthen mission to U.S. space market. Whatever. And I'm just trying to decide if I want to just completely close out here. Watch price action a little bit longer. Still holding 500 shares. I closed 500 already. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Trimming a couple hundred more right here. So I'm only in 300 shares now. And I'm actually going to get out here. It could keep dropping, but I'm out. I think I made a little over 300 on that one. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, nothing crazy, but I should have went heavier on it. This is a weird market. So it's coming back. I'll play it again if it wants to. I'm glad I got out though. Oh, it already flushed back down. But yeah, I'm out of it. If it pushes back to 250-ish level, I'll play it again, but I'm not confident it is. They all been dying, so. Yeah, YA is pushing. Well, it's probably not a bad level to play. It's popped up to this 58-cent level twice. It's already acknowledged it, kind of felt it. So it might get a flush here, but again, I don't want to play this. I'm not really sure why, but I don't want to play it. But there could be a play here if you keep it the really tight stop loss. Like if I would play it, I'd probably stop out over 60 cents. So only risk like a cent or two and see if you can catch like a 10-cent flush. But I think it's going to break it. Something's telling me to avoid it. And I'm not even really sure what it is, but I'm going to avoid it. And I'm glad I did because it's over 60 now. Hey, STI was quick. Did any of y'all catch that one? And again, going back to me entering kind of blindly before even knowing anything about it, that's just because I can follow trends. Everything's diving. If it's under 100 market cap and pumping with a decent float in pre-market, they just all are diving. So I just wanted to and they're diving quick. So I wanted to make sure I got an entry. But when the market heats up, that's a dangerous game to play. You need to know what the news is, because that's what was giving me so much trouble with the crypto treasury plays beginning of middle of the year, end of Q1, Q2, I think. Most of my losses were happening. Nice, a few of y'all did. So Jelani caught a decent move. Colin, you got a decent move. Let's go. Good. Enjoy that money. There's probably not going to be much more to be made this morning. Called 240 to 225. Let's go. Oh yeah, STGW ended up flushing, didn't it? So I know some people look at like the 15-minute too when they. That's a 15-minute. When they look to see if something like with these bigger, Actually, I'm probably just, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I know some people will look at the 15-minute candle to see if it can hold over a certain level before like bailing for some of the bigger cap stocks. But this one did hold technically, but it's an ugly candle. But yeah, it's diving. Flush because, no, BG, did you go long? Dang it. You're a short seller, bro. You've been converted to the dark side. ASTI pushing back up a little bit. Yeah, so I don't want to get in this too early. It could fail here, but if it gets back to like 250, I didn't even look at the daily. Oh, kind of aligns with what I like. The 250-ish level. So 259 to like, I don't know, just drawing on the charts. This little range looks really nice, and that's where it failed. So makes sense. Yeah, I'm usually analyzing the news more and deciding if I'm going to take an. Let's see what this. I already forgot what the news was. So, Ascent Solar and Cislunar signed a teaming agreement to combine thin film PV and power conversions for longer space mission. No dollar signs associated with this. No revenue targets. No anything that I just see this as really that relevant. So I don't really think this one's going to run, guys. I mean, based on the news, anything can happen, but the news is kind of weak. Overall offering risk medium. I'm going to go ahead and have me order waiting at 248, and I'll keep digging in. Just if it pops up there real quick, y'all know I do that all the time, and I get filled. Let's see, 248. I'll add. Okay. And I might add before then, because it could fail VWAP here, but I'm going to do a little more due diligence first. But yeah, so 3 million float. I like that. Institutional ownership slow. I like that. They are broke. They only have 3.5 months of cash left. Their offer and availability is low, so they don't have a lot of options right now. But I do see some warrants. But I don't know if they've already used these on this S3. Yeah, I hope it pushes. Honestly, I kind of like this play. Just don't want to get in too early. Old me would have jumped in already. But I'm trying to be patient. Because if I get down or jump into her, there's not going to be a lot of plays to make up. So I'm just going to wait, see if it comes and hits. It's 248. does Trade Ideas have news? So and again, feel free, y'all can chime in. But I use Stock Titan for the news. Oh, look at that flush. That's why I used to make so much money. And I used to just jump in everything. But I'm joking because I made way more money in 2024 than I have this year. But I was a little more reckless. But that was a beauty of a flush. Missed it though, because I was wanting it to get a little higher. But yeah, so I use Stock Titan for the news and Trade Ideas for the alerts. Hey, peachy. Oh, I hate to hear that. But thanks for hopping on. You've been killing it lately. I guess it's just part of the game. Scotty, you use both. That's big money. Yeah, my approach with that is, again, I probably could get away with not using both or not using stock. Well, actually, they're both pretty important for me. I'll use them, but yeah, I'm not afraid to spend a little money because if it gives me a 1% edge, it pays for itself. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I view it. And I think it gives me way more than a 1% edge. But to your point, though, if you don't have if there's well, in Stock Titan, you can get it free too. I pay for it because again, I want it ASAP, but you just have to wait 15 seconds. Unfortunately, with Trade Ideas, there's no free version. But yeah, I couldn't. So before I went public, before Kimfo reached out for the interview and all that stuff, like, I couldn't have lived without my Trade Ideas because I didn't stare at screens like this. Again, going back to being a mobile trader, I would just wait till I heard a Trade Ideas alert, pull it up, short it, and go about my day. The staring at the screen stuff is new. I just do that for y'all so we can talk through plays and stuff like that. But another reason I'm not too concerned about spending money for my trading setup too is because, again, it gives me a 1% edge. That's it pays for itself quite a bit with how much I'm making. Plus, I formed the entity so I could like write off all these stupid expenses. But I didn't know you could get does Trader just give you news? Again, I don't even know. I just use this. There's all kind of bells and whistles with it, but like I literally just use the scanner. So if anybody knows that, feel free to answer. I didn't know there was news on it. Nice job, Focos. Saw what you just posted in Discord. Look at you. Scalping away. You caught that flush on ASTI. Nice. Hey guys, I still haven't pulled up because there's nothing else. Like this is a rough pre-market. You know, I like them to be a little bit more exciting than this, but there's really not much going on. So I'm just keeping these old tickers pulled up because there's nothing really else to look at. But yeah, even yesterday, I was actually impressed. Again, I should flex it right now. Try to get people in the Discord, but it's not really my style. But we, like a lot of y'all still had great days, like $1,800 day, $1,200 day, $1,700 day yesterday, $98 day, $500 day, $185 day, $120 day. So even though it was slow yesterday, none of us like hit home runs yesterday, but we still found ways to make money. Maybe it'll be a similar story today. You can external link your trade ideas to a news site of your choice as long as the URL will have the ticker in it. Scotty, I trade as an S corp, but basically, yeah, entity. So that's why I always talk about the Bear Wall Street. I created it June of last year, and that's only the numbers I talk about. I have verified like 350, made 350K since then on a 25K account. So, and I made even more than that prior to the Bear Wall Street, but well, we're getting close to it now, though. But the point is, I created the entity to avoid paying an excessive amount of taxes. Short-term capital gains are intense. And again, that's why I got into real estate too, to offset some things. But long story short, yeah, I created an entity just to save some money on how much I pay in taxes. Yeah, 2024 is my best year, but I was reckless that year, especially before I created the entity. But I was making a killing. And then even after I made the entity, I did well and was a little reckless, but I had a big loss in October of last year that humbled me a little bit. So kind of dialed in, well, not kind of, I have substantially dialed in my risk management. And I make a little less now, but I don't have these big losses anymore. Thank God. It's mentally exhausting. When I say by mentally exhausting, it's because I would just average up a little bit recklessly. Now, if I'm averaging up, there's a reason behind it. And I'm like coming up with my level that I'm going to cut at. So. Yeah. So this is how it used to be just trading. I would make like 6,000 today, 7,000 today, 4,000, 3,000. You know, now it's consistently like 2K. I usually make 2K. Some days I have 3, 4, 5K. But so I was just having bigger days. But then when I would take losses, they'd be like 15K, 20K, 25K. So I don't even put myself in those scenarios anymore. But again, like I was still, the only month I was red was October of last year. So I still was winning more, but the mental, like being down like 25K in a position, like it's just, it hurts your head. That's the best way to describe it. It's hard to do anything else that day when you lose 25K or whatever, or 75K. That was my biggest loss in October. It took me 2 months a little over 2 months to get it all back. And that's when I started dialing in my risk management. I haven't even came close to, I don't even have 5-figure losses anymore, or lately, you know, anything can happen, but. Are you in Florida? There's no state income tax. Yeah, there's no, you're right. There's no state income tax, but my wife is a physician. I have a pretty good W-2 and I'm into real estate, and some of those properties are cash flowing, and I trade. So we get taxed at the very, very highest bracket anyways. And then you add the trading on top of it. So, yeah, we get taxed a lot. So if I can find ways to offset that. So with the S Corp, I pay myself a reasonable salary, and then everything else I can take out as distributions, and it's not taxed as high like the short-term gains. NUAI pushing high a day. I don't like how it's like grinding up like that though. Let's see, NUAI. But no, thanks for putting it on my radar regardless. But this thing it's a grinder. Look at this. Where's it going? The chart's kind of breaking out. But yeah, so just answer your question. Yeah, I did have some pretty big drawdowns. I always got them back, but again, I don't even like trading like that anymore. I made good last year, and I'm still making good this year. I mean, but the mental roller coaster, I'm enjoying that. Not having to go. I'm just consistently making 2, 3, 4K a day now. And I'm on a 30-day win streak, blessed. Slow market. This is a short friendly market. In hot markets, I doubt I'm going to have a 30-day win streak, but in this market, with my trading style, it works. But I've had my rough, again, some of the OGs saw it right after I went public after that Kimfo interview. That's when those crypto treasury plays were popping and the small caps were hot, and I struggled a little bit. Still green overall, Q1, Q2, but I mean, I gave 6 figures back to crypto treasury plays this year. I would have a lot more money if it wasn't for those. But again, I learned my lesson from that. Like, you got to look at news before you get into the plays, unless it's a slow market like this. So just learn from, that's the thing for all of y'all that's on your trading journey. Just like, if you screw up, just learn from it. I'm still learning. I'm still adding new rules. I'm still RCT. What is going on with it? RCT. It's already back down. But yeah, so just whenever bad crap happens to you, or you just learn from it, tweak your strategy. I'm constantly tweaking it. What is going on with GDEN? And this RCT is why I jump in blind sometimes now, because in this market, everything's just dying. Pop, die. Hot market, if you do that, it could keep ripping. And in the hot market, it's better to find key levels to enter instead of just blindly entering. I mean, any market is best to know what you're getting into, but you see how quick these are flushing. Like, if you do too much DD, the play's over. This looks like a buyout, just how it's moving. Yeah. Gold Entertainment shares are trading higher after announcing it will be acquired $30 a share. Well, it's after 8:30, guys. Y'all know I don't. My win rate goes down a little bit after 8:30, and it goes down substantially after 9. And when I say that, even on that Friendly Bear podcast, he shot me a message about me only trading pre-market, or we talked about it, and I'm like, dude, I need to word that better. So pre-market, after 8:30, after 9 o'clock, I don't take trades until after market opens again, because I usually just get ripped apart there. But I think I explained that poorly, because I say I don't take trades after 9. I definitely take trades after 9, just not from 9 to 9:30, because when those pump, they usually just, they don't give back as much. They just pump a little harder. I don't know if there's just more active traders. And occasionally I'll take some trades, but I really love the early pops. And if you're new to the channel, we had quite a bit of viewers today. So if you're new to the channel, I really like the 7 a.m. pops, mostly for like money rotation reasons, because especially in hot markets, because there's PRs that come out at 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30. So by the time you get to market open, a lot of fresh news has already came out. So money has rotated away from those plays. So that's why I like the earlier pops. But in markets like this, like, the money rotation is still a thing, but if only one thing's moving, that's where all the money's tied up. So, and usually with money rotation, that means like people are getting out of that position. And whenever people get out of the position, when something new and shiny is popping, it'll create selling pressure on the stock. So it'll usually see some red candles whenever something new pops. So that's my pre-market strategy in a nutshell, to be honest. And then I just find levels to enter that I think have a high likelihood of failing. And like I said, not to brag, I don't even think I'm that great of a trader. I say that all the time, all the time. I think there's just a huge edge in short selling. And I think it's because everybody tries to scare you away from it. And again, it is dangerous. It's dangerous. But again, like, don't trade with more than you're willing to lose, just like with anything. If you go to Vegas and you can't afford to lose 1,000, don't bet $1,000. If you're short selling, you can't afford to lose 20K, don't trade with 20K, you know? PR, the less you're in the market, the better you do in long run swing or day trade. Now, I totally see that. I still trade a lot of different times of days, but I notice as I mature as a trader, I've discovered the time periods I really like to trade. And in hot markets, I might just trade from 7 to 8 a.m. and call it a day. Because if I hit 2K on these live streams in the morning, a lot of times I don't trade anymore the rest of the day. And I don't really have daily goals, but subconsciously something's there. I try to hit 2K every day. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. But I just notice I always come in around 2K. And I think it's because I start playing defensive after I make that. So I kind of just slow down. But yesterday I didn't get it. I think I came in at 1,700, but still decent day for how slow it was. RCT above VWAP. Okay, what was the news? Since this one's popping, I'll look at it, and see, or since it's trying to recover, I'll look at it. And probably about to fail here. This looks like a very typical test above VWAP, then fell. Oh, it's got NVIDIA news in the name. To use NVIDIA tech to target 2 point. So this news is still trash, but I do like what they did from a marketing standpoint. They added a big number, 2.8 billion. They're not going to make that. That's just the opportunity. They throw NVIDIA in the title, so that'll get people excited. But it's not a partnership with NVIDIA. They're just using their software. And here's the flush. And I don't talk about this a lot too. I think I'm pretty decent at analyzing news. I'm not the greatest, but like that's a big part of what we're doing too, guys. So if there's something that you want to kind of hone in, it's just like trying to ignore some of the clickbaity title stuff to really understand how good the news is. And that just takes experience. And we're going to see it dying here. I should have entered a position, but all good. Thanks for the heads up, Focus. I hope you caught it. And the only reason I say that is because I just see in like the Weeble chats, the stock tweets chats on X, like long sometimes. And again, I'm not throwing shade at longs, and I think sometimes longs choose to be ignorant on purpose with some of this news. Like it'll be just some trash news, and they'll think it's like the greatest thing in the world. But I think it's like confirmation bias because I'm that way too. You know, I like to think everything's trash because I'm a short seller. So I guess it makes sense for longs to think some things are greater than they are. OSRH. Oh, and I got a level marked off right there. I don't know what it is. So for some reason, I like that level. So I might try this one. Sub 25. So in hot market, guys, I don't trade 25% pops. Would not dare. But in this market, I might try it. I'm going to just give me a little entry. Well, even if I have to scale into this one. So I'm in at 74.8. So basically 75. I'm going to do a little due diligence on it, see why it's moving. Then I'll draw me some levels. But I just got in it just in case it flushes. But I'm in it relatively small. But again, this is a slow market move. If it's hot market, it's best to fully understand the ticker before you get in it. Just want to be clear about that. Announces finding from Worry.io pilot study showing its non-invasive glucose monitor demonstrate accuracy and precision. So is this preclinical? I can't even find it on Stock Titans for whatever reason. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's see. So it was a pilot study, but it was exploratory, not MFDS registered. And the study data set was from 2023. This is like some recycled news. Yeah, reports results from a company-sponsored pilot study in 2023. What is this crap? Yeah, I think it's pretty weak, guys, to be honest. Could it bounce here at VWAP? Yeah. And it's kind of been slowly pushing up. So not saying it can't run. And I want to be clear, just because it's trash news doesn't mean they won't run. Because in hot markets, you'll see trash news run too. I just like to mark the top of these candles so I'll know roughly where it's bounced to, because a lot of times it'll fail at those levels. But I'm just going to hold on to it since I'm not in very big size. But it could keep pushing up. But I don't really understand the news. It looks like a like an old study that they're recirculating. Oh, I see why. A planned MFDS compliant trial in Q1 of 2026. Oh, here we go. Okay, ooh, nice. Let's go. So these are some other levels that I like too. So we might get a little excitement here. So I wasn't ready for that move up to 82 cents, but you see that's exactly where it rejected at. So I'm adding here at 80 cents, got in at 80. And again, it's after 8:30 though. So when they start making new highs, my win rate does go down quite a bit after 8:30. So they just tend to keep pushing. So if it breaks over 84, I'll probably just cut and not play it anymore. But I added here at 80 and 81 cents. And then I'll play it at probably 83. And then if it keeps running, I might just bail on it. But again, fundamentally, nothing has changed with this company. They're just doing a trial in Q1 of next year. So, but let's see. Is any pumpers on this one? Like Moon Market or whatever? I don't see anything. So I entered another one at 84 cents. Ooh. So I'm going to... So I'm basically break even where it's at now because I've been adding up here. So my average is literally, it's pushing. Look at it go. Oh, I got another level at 90. So I'm going to add a couple thousand if it gets to 90, securing some more locates. And when I do this averaging up, like move like this, whenever it does flush back down to levels, if I think my size is too big, I'll usually trim down on my size, even if I don't even make money on it, like even if it's break even. If I just want to get my size down, I've already done that once. Because you see it's at 80 now, that's where I'm at. So I trimmed down, so I'm only in 3,000 shares. I'm in the money now, but I just got like my size a little bit smaller. Because that's the key. Again, scaling up is how I trade. I'm not recommending anyone to trade like I am. I just show you how to trade. But there is a dark side of scaling up because you can get bigger size than you intentionally planned, of course. So that's why whenever it flushes back down, I'll usually trim my size down just to keep it still reasonable size. But so now I'm only in 2,000 shares. And I was able to get out at break even. So my next entry is going to be, where did it pop to? So I'm going to set an order at 88 and 89. This will be my next two entries. I'm not looking at comments. I'll look at them in just a second, guys. And then if it really wants to go ham, it's popped up to 120, and we have a little bit of resistance here at $1 from this wick down, and 110. So yeah, there's all kind of levels right here. There we go. There we go. So I trimmed a little at 78, and now I'm back to 2,000 shares. So this is a comfortable size for me because I don't just love the play. Now that we're fading, I'm taking some at 75. And I'm actually out. So made about 5 cents a share on a couple thousand. So like I didn't really make much. But there's nothing to trade right now. And I'm not adding size to this one. It's these slow grinders. But yeah, so I'm out of this one. Made a little bit, but I mean, not much. Should have probably, I trimmed my size down a little too much, honestly, I think. But I get a little skittish after 8:30 and 9 because once they start making new highs, they tend to keep making new highs. So let me look and see what the comments are saying. Mo is on OSRH. He's one of the moon market guys, right? Went heavy RCT. What happened with RCT? Ooh, let's go. You went heavy? Jelani, you made more than me the last 2 days. I noticed that, Jelani. Killing it, bro. I love seeing that. I get more excited when y'all have better days than I do. Should have stayed in OSRH. Look at it. It's already at 72 cents. Got over 500 on the morning, which is, I mean, most mornings that's a little disappointing, but with the amount of trades I took and the trash setups, I guess I'll take it today. Jillian, how much, if you're comfortable sharing, Jelani, where you at? I bet you have me beat again. Said you went heavy on RCT. How much you make on it, bro? Jelani's about to be like $2,000. Don't judge me. No, what do you mean? If I don't judge you, it's gonna be a positive judgment. 1,600. Let's go, Jelani. Let's go. You 3x me this morning. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Killing it, bro. I might sign off here shortly though, because I'm not probably going to play the 9 o'clock news. You had your best month last month, though, right, Jelani? October? Oh, by far. Let's go. Good stuff. Good stuff. 26K, bro. Killing it. Nice. Good stuff. I'm happy you're part of the group, bro. You came in already knowing how to short sell, so it's nice having people like you in the group with some experience. And we just keep dialing in our craft. So I'm happy to see that you had a good month. But anyways, I don't have much for y'all guys. I'm probably going to sign off here. Very slow morning for me. Again, could be worse. Oh gosh, this always happens when I go to sign off. And then these plays usually get me. But let's see. I'll pull this up before I bounce. FTEL. Oh, it's already flushed, so I probably won't be playing it. Monthly pivot at 355, and there's basically a wick down right here at 355. If it gets there, it's going to be hard not to play it. I'm going to grab some locates. Oh, we're already above it. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. These things can push sometimes. So I'm in at 368. I'm holding. Oh, no. I'm going to trim some 320s here. Just trimming some at 3 even, trimming a little bit more at 2. Oh, I already trimmed myself out, so I'm out. Had nothing left to trim, so did pretty good on that one, I think. Let's go. Okay, on that note, I'm signing off. Ooh, a little nerve-wracking because I'm not kidding, guys. The later pops, I don't know. My edge is just not as strong with these, so I get a little nervous when I enter these, but nice little flush there. Still a little disappointing morning, but I'll take it. Could be worse. So on that note, I'll see y'all in the Discord. I don't have a lot of calls today, so I might be active if I see some plays. And thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs, guys. And if you want to learn more, I live stream Monday through Thursday, obviously here on YouTube, and Friday is exclusively on Discord. So yeah. I will be doing end-of-day fades tomorrow in the afternoon and pre-market in the Discord, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more excitement, but it's been a soft market. So anyways, see y'all next time.